Today, I'm excited to introduce you to my friend, John. John loves to paint. John also has cerebral palsy, which prevents him from using his hands to paint with a brush. Instead, John paints with his brain. John uses a technology called a brain-computer interface, or BCI, to control a ball-shaped robot that acts as his brush. When John wants to paint a line, he thinks about pushing that robotic ball across the canvas. The BCI then reads his brain activity from a cap placed on his head and tells the brush to move or not based on what it thinks John wants. The results are impressive paintings and an immense amount of pride and satisfaction for John. And John's not alone. Many of John's friends use their BCIs to create art, play games, or to bake with their families. Unfortunately, BCI has a big problem. Our brains are always changing. And this means the BCI needs to be retaught what John's brain activity looks like every time he wants to use the BCI in a process called calibration. To calibrate, the computer tells John when to think about pushing that ball across the canvas and when to think about making the ball stop. This is repeated for 5 to 10 minutes before John can begin painting. Now, to say this is boring would be an understatement. This would be like if each time you wanted to use your computer, you had to spend the first 10 minutes explaining what you want to happen when you press each key or click on the mouse. Frustrating, right? It's no surprise that the frustration of calibration leads many kids to use their BCIs less, and some kids to not use their BCIs at all. Thankfully, we can reduce the amount of calibration required using a machine learning method called transfer learning. Transfer learning works by taking a lot of data from other kids and a little bit of John's data and transforming their data to look like John's. John's lucky to have a lot of friends who are willing to lend him some of their data. So the real challenge is deciding whose data to use. In other words, we need to pick a team. I designed a team selection algorithm to hold team tryouts. The algorithm tries out every potential teammate for John and adds the best one. It then repeats this process until the team stops getting better with more teammates. The result is a near perfect team of friends ready to support John in his painting. My research is the first to show that transfer learning can work for typically developing children, and by using the team selection algorithm, we can reduce calibration by up to 90%. So one thing's certain, we have the potential to make painting a lot more enjoyable for John. We just need a little help from his friends.